So look, I feel like I'm a reasonably attractive dude.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I get a lot of mixed messages from my family. Like my mom tells me I'm handsome, but my 2-year-old niece says I look like an owl. Yeah. Had this job during lockdown where I made a friend who only knew me with a mask on my face. And then he saw me outside without a mask, and he said, "Chris, you look so different without a mask." Which I heard as, "Chris, you look so weird with a face." I'm from New York. I moved here last October after 12 years living and working in New York City. And it was great, but I had to leave New York because there was just nowhere left for me to gentrify. So, here now. It's great. It's really, really great. I love living in Europe, having things like a job with a living wage. Or things like affordable housing. Or healthcare. Or these things are what we like to call back in the States, witchcraft. Call it witchcraft. Yeah, leaving America was great, but it was a little bit hard sometimes because it's a bit like leaving an abusive boyfriend. I found myself bargaining in defense of my abuser. I'd be like, "Yeah, I know he hits me sometimes, but he's really sweet. America can be really sweet too. You just don't know." Yeah, but I'm very glad to be here. It's really wonderful in Europe. You know, a lot of people come here for the art and the culture and the clubs. Me, I came here for the paperwork. Really. Oh yeah, I love a good signed, sealed document. Love a bestätigen, love it. Love a Wohnungsgeberbestätigen, love being Anmeldung. Well, I get them out and I put them out on the floor and I just roll around in them naked. I love it. Love it. Yeah. Sometimes I do get homesick, but I have this trick to deal with being homesick. I just take out my healthcare policy and I read it out loud. Works every time. I gotta stop calling my friends though and reading it to them because it's rude, but I'm excited, you know? It's cool. So racism is a bit of a problem in my country. Perhaps you've heard something about that. I don't know. And unfortunately, the thing that most of my friends know to do about it is to like unfriend racist people on Facebook, which I don't think is very effective, right? Because it's like saying, "Hey Nazi, you know what? From here on out, you're not ever going to know when I go hiking. Never. You're not going to know about my lattes. You're not going to come to my birthday party either." But let's face it, like Nazis aren't coming to my birthday party. I mean, they wouldn't fit in, you know? And they do have a whole separate set of snack preferences. They do. Snack preferences. Yeah, Europe's great. It's good here. Berlin, man. Cocaine is really like a big thing in Berlin, I've discovered. And I have a friend who has a pretty nasty coke problem. I'm really worried about it. Really, really worried about him. And, you know, to his credit though, he has recently given up gluten. Yeah, so I just guess he must have got home like really early one morning, bloodshot eyes, and looked himself in the mirror and was like, "I gotta change my life. I gotta give up toast. Just one more slice. Then we'll stop." The Coke is great, right? I mean, it's really like the bacon of the drug world, right? You know, it goes good on everything, you know? Especially a chicken sandwich. Cocaine on a chicken. Sprinkle it on there. It's delicious. Yeah. So small talk is kind of different in Germany, I'm learning. I had this really great gig as an extra on a really cool new Netflix show that shot out in Babelsberg, and at the lunch break, I got to chatting with one of the fellow actors in what I thought would be a very casual conversation. But then he says to me, "So Chris, why did you come to Berlin? Why did you choose to come to Berlin? Perhaps you did not choose to come to Berlin." Me, myself, I am in Berlin because my ex-wife and I have 2 children and she must be in Berlin, so therefore I must be in Berlin. So you can see I did not choose. You know, I was like, good to meet you, Helmut. I'm gonna go see if they have any bagels over at Craft Services. Do you want anything? Now, lockdown was rough, man. Like, it fucked up a lot of my friends. Like, a lot of my friends became depressed, suicidal. Like, a lot of my friends' relationships ended. And, like, most tragically and horrifically, one of my friends became a life coach. Yeah, like, this is a guy who I was, like, blacked out at 5 o'clock in the morning looking for drugs, is now sending me an email offering me a free consultation as to how I might better pursue my life goals. Really horrible. Yeah, I'm a single dude. I was in a relationship for a long time, and I was known as like the rock, the stable person of that relationship. But it took a lot out of me, so I don't think I can be someone's rock anymore. I think the best I could be is somebody's drywall. Because there's like a hollow layer here that looks stable, but like isn't, and is probably full of poison. If there's going to be any screwing, like we're going to need a stud finder, because I mean, there's a stud in here, and we just need a device to locate him. And, you know, honestly, I am open to pegging, I will say that. But now, a lot of my single friends, they brag a lot about getting laid in a way I don't like. You know, they say things like, tonight, man, I'm going out, I'm gonna crush the pussy. And I don't like that, because it's demeaning towards women, you know, and it implies violence. But hey, I'm just as lustful and adventurous as the next fellow. But I'm more genteel about it, which is why when I go out at night, I say I'm going to respectfully challenge pussy to a duel. I shall summon pussy to the town square, and we shall air our grievances 50 paces apart. Our families will be there, and trumpets will sound. You guys have been fantastic. I'm Chris Laura. Have a good night.
So our next actor, her name is Anastasia Mukana, and she's all the way from Russia. So I've done my Russian intro already. So this time let's do an American intro, yeah? Because he was American, I did Russian. So I can do a dodgy intro, or I can do a family-friendly intro. If you want to
dodgy.
No. It's a democracy. It's not America. It is a democracy.